And this is Edwina with Elegant Creations, and I'm here to do my Thursday tutorial, and I'm going to start doing my Christmas in July. So I wanted to show you how I made my little trucks, my little treat and my little nugget trucks that I put a nugget inside. And I wrapped this with a little piece of paper, and I kind of did a little pull tab here just so I can pull it in and out of the little box. I was having a hard time getting them out, so that's why I just put a little tab on there. Okay, so this is a Stampin' Up. I think it's Truckin' Along. I can't remember the name of it. And so I bought a punch. They had these recently on sale, but this is no longer available. But I had the stamp, and then did the cut. My friend used to let me her punch so I can cut all the little trucks out. And so I'm going to show you what I did. So I made two boxes. So this is your bottom and this is your top. So the bottom, I didn't write everything out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just tell you more or less how I did this. So it's 3.5 by 3.25, and then on the 3.5 side, I scored at a quarter of an inch, and then 3/4 of an inch, and then this is at 2 7/8, and then this is an inch and a half, 2.5, and 3, and then this is your little tab, and then this is your flap where you're going to open the candy and the box in and out, and this is your bottom. Okay, and then this one here is 2.25 by 1 3/4. Okay, and then I scored 3/8 of an inch on each side, and then I scored on this. Let me see what this one is. 5/8 by 1 5/8, and by 2. Okay, so it took me a little while to get the measurements on this because I wanted it just right. What I do is I measure from here down and from here, and then that's how I come up with my sides and my width. So this is an inch going this way. So this, when it's folded up, it's 2.25. So that's fits perfectly right there. Okay, so then I do my little measurements for the top and the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. So you do your score lines, and so when I cut my little trucks, let me just tell you, I glue two pieces together, and I do a mirror image, and there are tutorials on mirror images, and so one will fit this way, and then you'll be able to see your truck on the other side. Okay, so both sides. And so maybe one of these days I'll do a mirror image tutorial if you guys want to see that. I haven't done it in a while, but I did all these in January, believe it or not. I take care of my grandbaby. I was going to their house, and so when he'd take a nap or something, you know, I would take all my crafts and work on him. Well, now we bring him here. He spends the night a couple nights, and so I don't get to do so I haven't finished them, do my boxes. But he's such a good little boy that I get to do my crafting when he's playing or when he's sleeping, the little guy. So okay, so I'm gonna cut this is going to be my glue tab right here. Okay, and this is my bottom, so I'm gonna cut in a little bit at an angle. Okay, and so you're gonna fold all your lines. So then you're going to cut all the way to the score line. This has 2 score lines. And this is because you need to fold it in. Okay, and then you're going to have your glue tab, so you can angle that. And these 2 little tabs right here are going to be your, what you fold in, so you're going to cut them just a little bit. Not off, but just a tiny bit. Okay, and then you're going to angle. Okay, and then you're going to cut this piece off because this is going to be your opening. And this is going to be the flap that goes over, that closes up. And so you're going to angle that also. Okay, so you can do that. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and close up my boxes and get those ready. Then I'm going to show you how I get the truck ready. Okay, so just fold that up. It is really, really easy to do. The hard part for me was just making all the measurements, but once I got that, I have all my little bag ready here with all my cutouts and everything scored and just ready to be put together. So we'll work on that this weekend. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to do my bottom. Okay, so I got to make sure that I do my bottom facing away from where it opens. I didn't do that on the other ones. I don't pay attention to that. I don't know why. I just put them together. See, I did it wrong. I knew I was going to do that. See, I don't pay attention. I did it and then I put it wrong. Okay. Oh well. We all make mistakes. I'll have to wash that off. Okay. Because this is going to sit up and I wanted the little line to be at the bottom. This is going to be sitting up and this is going to fold in. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get my little truck ready. So I'm going to stamp my, this comes with the stamp set. It says Farm Fresh. So I'm going to stamp that. See if I can see. Okay, I might make a little license plate. It says Farm Fresh back there. Okay, so I wanted to do a little bit of inking on my truck. Kind of give it a little highlight. Or you can do a pen. I usually do both. So then I just get you can do the punch out because it does have a punch for the tires. I just rather do them with a pen. That's just me. But if you want to do that, and it's got this part, I don't know what it's called. I don't know what all these things are in a truck. Okay, I did that a little wonky, but it's okay. So then I get my little silver. Hope you can see. And then I just kind of get my windows, kind of do lines for my windows. There. Okay. Then I get a red marker, a Sharpie marker, or if you have alcohol inks. Also, just kind of give it a little highlight. It's drying up. Kind of seeps into the paper, which is nice. It gives a little highlight, but it's not very visible. See, I just kind of go around, trace it. See the difference? Just kind of gives a little. I had a red marker, but it dried out. Just kind of trace the truck, the outline of it. Okay, just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and and I have my trees. Get my trees. Okay, so I have a whole bunch cut out, and I put two of them together. And so this one I'll put together. So I cut 4 for each truck. 4 trees. Where's my tree? Okay. So in order for them to be right, this is the right side, and then I sandwich the next one will be the right one, but up against it, or else it'll be backwards. Okay. Then you got to measure. Just kind of, you can put it this way, or you can put it this way, whichever way you want. And then I just kind of measure and see where my little, what's sticking out, and cut them off. You won't be able to see them, see this part. So you just kind of go like that. And if you don't want to put the trees, if you want to do different colors. See, I did one without the trees, so that's how that looks. Okay, so then you get the truck. See how all this stuff is sticking out? And you just cut them. Sticking out. Then just put glue. And you can measure them if you want. Make sure that you get them even. There, see? Just like that. Okay. And then they're very easy to put together. So then this will be your back. This is where your candy is going to go. This is your tailgate. So I put the box right underneath this part, not on the tires, underneath that. So I put glue on my box and not on my truck. Okay. And you can spread that out. So I just bring that down. Okay, and then just kind of fold that in. There. Just like that. Then you turn it. These are cute little trucks. Last year I made the bigger ones, and then this year I bought so make sure you put that on the right side. I bought this little truck, so, because these were popular last year. I made a bunch and they all sold. All my little dollar items sold. I think the trucks I sold for $2 because they were bigger. And then I did these ones. I wanted to do the nuggets. The other ones I ended up putting, I think, the Hershey or the 2 nuggets. I can't remember. So, this doesn't want to stay up. And you can put this to where your little truck opens up like that, if you want. I gotta figure out why it's not closing. There. Okay. So now we're gonna do the top, the cab part. Okay, so you're gonna have this little piece of paper. So you're gonna have a top and a bottom, and there's you're just gonna cut all the way to the score line, and this is gonna be a little glue tab. So you're gonna cut these little pieces off right here, and you're just gonna have that little small glue tab right there. Then you're gonna do all your score lines. I can't see. Okay, then you're gonna angle. I angled, well, a lot of us do the angling because there isn't any extra pieces of paper sticking out. So that's why you do the angling. I guess I did this wrong. Excuse the mess. So then you just crease all your score lines. And I put glue on the glue tab. This away. That's why I have black. I stuck my finger in the ink. I couldn't figure out what that was. I just stuck my hand in the ink. Okay. This little one that I have to cut right there. So it's just a pretty easy little box. And so I just measured across and then measured the height that I wanted. And so I'm sure you all have different sizes of trucks. If you don't have this one, it works with any of them. If you need help with the figuring out, you can give me the measurements, and I can try and figure out how to do it. I don't have any big ones, so, well, I'm medium size, I guess. Not any big ones, but they don't make them, I don't think, the die. But these are cute. These are perfect for, I have a friend of mine who owns a jerky store, and she has a big family, and she's always asking me for boy stuff for men, because her nephews and her brothers come in to her shop, and she likes to just give them a little something, or her customers. So she buys a lot of my treat boxes. She buys a lot of the girl ones, so I told her I'd make some for men. So I gotta take her some of these. I think I took her some at the end in November, whatever I had left, and she bought it all. So I said these are a good money maker, and they're pretty easy. I mass produce. So I just put that on top, and then put that all the way down and bring that in. And there's your little cab. Like I said, you put a window. You just have to hold it. And that's it for my little truck. And you can put, use the puff paints if you want. I don't know why that's not closing. And then you can just kind of make it look like snow. And then you can put snow at the bottom if you want. And then you can cover however way you want it on both sides. There. And you can do some little lights. You can just kind of custom the way, you know, for yourself. Oops, I just stuck my finger in there. I didn't bring my wipes. And that's it for my little truck. Isn't it cute? So this is perfect little gift for men. And I will be making, I think I cut out 30. So I might have to cut more. If I take them to my friend first, she might buy a bunch. So she always buys whatever I have left over. So I'll take her some. But that's it for this little truck. And I hope you all enjoy that and try it. And if you need help with any of your little trucks, you can give me the measurements and stuff, and I can try and figure out how to put them together. They're pretty easy. And so thank you all so much for watching. Have a good 4th of July weekend, and I will be back next week doing tutorials for my Christmas items. So stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.